Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nadeau with you on an 11 race, a strong Saturday card. Double stakes, too. Sprinters, 3-year-olds in the spotlight, sprinting on the turf course. And the big news, of course, to go with that, $700,000 in the gross jackpot Rainbow Six. That'll kick off in race 6 on this 11 race card. We'll go upstairs to track announcer Pete Aiello for the course and the weather conditions.
Weather is beautiful. Sunny skies, temperatures in the 80s. The main track fast. The Tapeta track is always fast, and the turf course is firm. Racing at Gulfstream. Good start inside for Shockwave and Gustavor. Splitting horses, Dithers on the go. Super Silver Dollar comes away in the top flight. Very wide to the turn is Light Crude. And on the outside of him and dropping back a touch is Cosmic Stardust. Just inside of his Caddyman as they charge around that first turn. So let's sort them out. Up front, Change Order Sunny comes away from that early scrum with a 1.5 advantage over race favorite Super Silver Dollar in second. Dither is now third. St. Ignacio is fourth. Shockwave is fifth toward the rail. Followed 6 by Caddyman with Light Crude seventh. He's between horses. 2 back to Gustavor, a gap of 3 to Ordinary. Then it's Cosmic Stardust. He's better than 10 lengths off the lead. And the 2 at the back, Super Computing and D'Antonio. 24 seconds for the opening quarter as they race to the half-mile point. It's Change Order Sunny and Paco Lopez with the lead. From second, that's Super Silver Dollar. 3 wide out there, St. Ignacio. Covered up is Light Crude. Dither is next. Caddyman is on the far outside. Then it's Shockwave. He's got about 4 lengths to raise while trying to launch an effort. A 1.5 better than Gustavor. Then D'Antonio and Ordinary. Dropping back is Super Computing as they run to the top of the stretch. Super Silver Dollar taken on 3 wide by St. Ignacio. Change Order Sunny is next. Shockwave trying to run home between horses. And on the far outside, it's Light Crude. They straighten for the drive. Plenty of chances here. Up on the outside now taking the lead is St. Ignacio, taken on by Light Crude. Shockwave tries to muscle between them. Ordinary's underway. He's a big price, and he's charging hard. Here comes Ordinary at St. Ignacio. Ordinary in time to spring the upset. Second, St. Ignacio. Third was Light Crude, and fourth was Shockwave in 137 flat. And they're off. Soon after the start, it was Commanding General ridden hard for the early lead. Also ridden hard, I'll Figure It Out wants some forward position. Splitting horses, Joe DiBaggio, Little Juanito's on the far outside. Pride and Passion is next. From the fence, Cactus Jack's off the speed today. Then Frolic Man as they make their way to the half-mile point. Commanding General has the lead. Miguel Vasquez aggressive early with I'll Figure It Out, and he's second in the 2-path. 3 wide, Little Juanito is now third. Fourth, Joe DiBaggio. Up to fifth goes Pride and Passion. Then Cactus Jack and Frolic Man. Around the far turn at the 3 furlong point. They're almost 3 across the course. From between horses, I'll Figure It Out. 3 wide, Little Juanito. At the rail, Commanding General. On from fourth and Pride and Passion. He's had pace ahead of him. So is Joe DiBaggio as they race past the quarter-mile pole. From between horses, I'll Figure It Out. Pride and Passion, Little Juanito, and Commanding General still right there. From behind the speed and Joe DiBaggio, they're at the top of the stretch. I'll Figure It Out. Set down for the drive while trying to kick away. From the outside, Pride and Passion. From between horses, Little Juanito, then back to Joe DiBaggio. Final 16th of a mile. I'll Figure It Out. He figures it out indeed. Aggressively handled for good reason. He'll win it by 2.5. Pride and Passion second. Little Juanito third. Joe DiBaggio's fourth. Then Frolic Man. 3 by 4 and moving away. And they're off. Roman Poet gets the first call and fires to a clear lead from Drummond Drummer, who's away in second. Down at the inside, Starship Wizard gets away in good shape, and marching up on the outside is Sebaret. A bit deep on the course is Bluto's Candy. Tolkien is off heels, and so is Bach. In fact, Bach just slammed on the brakes, pushed out onto the heels of Tolkien, out wide on the course and Dream of a Day. Then back to Euphoria Star and Impulsiveness. I Am Resilient is last of all, and Roman Poet is first of all. On the stretch out, it's Roman Poet and Miguel Vasquez, a length and a half in front. Drummond Drummer is second, Solar Tap on the outside third, Sebaret is there fourth. Starship Wizard is sequestered toward the rail and Tolkien works between horses. He's in the black and orange colors, about 4 lengths behind. Bluto's Candy charts a wide course at this stage, a length better than Dream of a Day. After early trouble, Bach is settled now about 7 lengths behind, 3 and better than an Impulsiveness. Then back to Euphoria Star and I Am Resilient. 48 seconds flat for the opening half mile as they move to the far turn. Roman Poet has been in front from the outset, but he's under pressure now from Drummond Drummer. 3 wide is Long Shot, Solar Tap, Sebaret, Starship Wizard, and Tolkien are next. Bluto's Candy has a shot from there. He's in the white blinkers covering ground, but gaining good ground as a big price has just taken the lead. Solar Tap to the top of the stretch under Villalobos. He's 70-1, and he's trying to turn away all challenges. From between horses, Starship Wizard just got no place to go. Winding up, Dream of a Day is underway. He has a shot from there. Here he comes down the center for Panici. 1/8 of a mile to go. Solar Tap has the lead. Dream of a Day starts to gain ground at the rail. Starship Wizard. Dream of a Day surging forward now. Dream of a Day's got it. Dream of a Day and Luca Panici to win it going away. Solar Tap at a huge price second. Starship Wizard's third. Then Bluto's Candy. Bach. 141-2. They're racing in the Texas Glitter Stakes. Level beginning. Soon after the start, the 2 favorites went to get acquainted, with Crispy Cat holding a narrow advantage, Dr. Oseron right alongside, and these two tried not to do too much too soon. They were racing 2 better than an improving 3-0. Then Golden Nugget out wide, Gordian Knot, he's improving. Then to the outside, it's Marley Luck. The early trailer is Vamos Viejo. Into the far turn they race. Dr. Oseron has the lead. Crispy Cat has the benefit of the rail. These two continue to spar. They went quick, and they're setting up Golden Nugget pretty well. He's up to third now inside of Gordian Knot. Then 3-0 and Marley Luck. Vamos Viejo is last as they run to the top of the stretch. Less than a quarter of a mile to come in the Texas Glitter. Toward the inside, Crispy Cat. Toward the outside, Dr. Oseron. They continue to spar. 4 back to Golden Nugget. He's running home pretty well with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Crispy Cat digs in toward the inside, and he puts Dr. Oseron away. Paco Lopez and Crispy Cat in front. Golden Nugget is up for second. Third is Dr. Oseron. The Texas Glitter covered in 55-3. Renegade. And they're off. Picture perfect start for Etnico, but he's got some company here as Chaplin's going to run with him. These two head off 2.5 better than start on a high note. Then Mapper and Bad Boy Frank. In the run to the half-mile point, jockey Javier Castellano has Etnico clear by 2. Chaplin is second, start on a high note, moving up on the inside third. 3 back to Mapper and 5 more to Bad Boy Frank. They pass the opening quarter with Etnico putting up the numbers. He leads in 22 seconds flat, so it's a pretty quick early pace here. Up on the outside, Chaplin is second, and at the rail, start on a high note is now third. Up to fourth goes Mapper, and Bad Boy Frank is last. They run to the top of the stretch, a quarter of a mile from home. Javier Castellano just took a look over his shoulder and sees that Start on a High Note is second, but 2.5 lengths behind Epnico. Mapper bids up on the outside as they straighten for the drive. Up front, Epnico. Castellano asks him to finish it up. He leads by 3. Bad Boy Frank closing a ton of ground from behind. Mapper is coming on as well. Not home yet, Epnico. He's 2 on top. Mapper's gaining on him late. Here comes Mapper and Epnico and Mapper, Epnico. Saved by the wire. Epnico beats Mapper. Bad Boy Frank third, 103 and 4. They're off. Smooth beginning from the fence for Siege of Boston, with Glider moving to challenge for command. Up on the far outside, it's Mom's Moon. Splitting Horses and Red Hornet. It's a logjam for the early lead as Volcanic moves through. Volcanic with a neck advantage as they pass the wire the first time. Jorge Ruiz has to get after Siege of Boston as he wants to hold rail ground, so Siege of Boston has no choice but to march forward and take over in the run to the first turn. Winston Blue is second from Volcanic, floated out 3 wide third. Breakwater served well at the first turn as he saved ground into fourth. Glider was floated wide, but not as wide as Mom's Moon. One from between horses, that's Red Hornet. Next at the rail, Inflation Adjusted, followed out deep on the course by Vladislav. Racing on his inside is Aruba, and the early trailer is My Man Flint. Stacked and packed behind race favorite Siege of Boston and Jorge Ruiz. They lead by a length with 4.5 furlongs remaining. Up to the outside, that's Winston Blue in second. Saving ground is Breakwater. Out in the center, it's Volcanic. Then it's down toward the inside to Red Hornet, who races from fifth. Outside sixth, then retreating Mom's Moon. Glider gets started. He's in the maroon, but he's out no man's land here. Inflation Adjusted hopes to get lucky as he saves ground toward the rail. Then back to Vladislav, trying to run home as Aruba, and My Man Flint is last. They run to the top of the stretch, and with the advantage, it's still Siege of Boston off cover. Breakwater's in the clear. On the far outside, it's Glider. Inflation Adjusted did get lucky. He got a dream trip through on the fence, with Siege of Boston still the target. 1/8 of a mile to go. Siege of Boston has the lead by 2.5. Breakwater second. Inflation Adjusted third. Then Glider coming home for the wire at 6-5. Siege of Boston storms home to win it by 5 in the end. Second was Inflation Adjusted. Third was Breakwater. Glider is fourth in 142 flat. By 3, by 4, and moving away. And they're off. From the center, it's Dazzling Truce who gets the first call. Moving up on the outside, Joe Phillips has speed. Speeding through at the rail, Rothgar won't be far away in the charge to the first turn. Joe Phillips has cleared the inside traffic and leads now by 2 from the inside, and now racing second is Rolfgar. Heat of the night is next. Out 3 deep is Prefect. He's only about 5 lengths off a loose leader. It's a length and a half back to a ground-saving Castano. He's in front of Bryce Canyon, who moves over from the 12th post to the 2-path, working 3 better than Dazzling Truce. Then the race favorite Marissa's Mission, and the black colors about 9 lengths behind. It's a length and a half back to Cash Call Kitten and Veloce, and Kitty Holiday is last of all behind an energetic opening quarter of 23-1. Up front, Joe Phillips trying to catch a mid-race breather. He leads by 2.5. Prefect is there second from the inside. It's Rolfgar third. Heat of the night is fourth. Bryce Canyon's in the clear. He's on the improved. Red colors up into fourth. A gap of 2.5 to Castano. Then Marissa's Mission and Dazzling Truce. Trying to get rolling from the back is Kitty Holiday. He gets by Veloce and Cash Call Kitten. 47-2 for our opening half mile with Joe Phillips the target. Up on the outside, Bryce Canyon with every opportunity. From there, he's up into second. From between horses and driven third is Prefect. The rest are strung out. Kitty Holiday's running home from last. He's in the red on the far outside. Less than a quarter of a mile to come, and Bryce Canyon has rallied to take the lead from the pace setter Joe Phillips, then Prefect. Still running on from the back is Kitty Holiday. He's still gaining good ground for Jose Ortiz with an eighth of a mile to go. Bryce Canyon clear by 3. Prefect is second. Dazzling Truce and a flattening out Kitty Holiday to the wire. Bryce Canyon driven out. It's Bryce Canyon, Jimmy Toner, and Jorge Ruiz win again. They're 2.5 in front. Prefect was second. Third was Kitty Holiday, then Dazzling Truce, and Joe Phillips to complete the high five in 140-3. And they're off. Good start for the gray. Free Data, who heads off for the early lead. Splitting Horses enjoying the dance. Up on the far outside, it's Traffic Song into the mix. Splitting Horses Keyflower won't be far away as they charge to the first turn. Wonka's 3 wide. My Candy Girl is 4 wide. A length and a half to Beach Nut Trophy. Then it's Arena. The early trailer is Out of Sorts. They make their way now to the first turn run. And up on the outside, Traffic Song assumes the lead and leads now by almost 2. Join the dance is second. A Headstrong Keyflower is now third. Miss Delicious, she's at the rail and racing from fourth now. And on the far outside, My Candy Girl, saving ground toward the inside is Miss Delicious. Then Free Data and Wonka, followed by Beach Nut Trophy. Arena still confidently handled toward the back of the field with Out of Sorts as they make their way 4.5 furlongs from the finish. Traffic Song has the lead by a length and a half. Keyflower is second. Third is Join the Dance. Fourth is My Candy Girl. Miss Delicious, blue colors, unhurried in fifth. Then it's Wonka, back to Free Data. She's seventh at this stage. Then Out of Sorts and Beach Nut Trophy. And last of all is Arena. This big favorite is last of all. She's still a long way behind. They run to the top of the stretch. Traffic Song trying to do it all the way. Keyflower is a closer second. Wonka's in the clear and charging from third. At the rail, Join the Dance is now fourth. Then Free Data as they straighten for the drive. On the outside, Beach Nut Trophy comes alive on the stand side as they try to reach Traffic Song. Traffic Song almost home. Keyflower surging to her. Beach Nut Traffic on the outside. It's still Traffic Song. Traffic Song, Jimmy Toner, Jorge Ruiz for 3 in a row. Keyflower was second. Third was Beach Nut Trophy. Fourth inside, Join the Dance. 135-3. And they're off. Good start from Between Horses for Tone Feelin', who heads off for the early lead. Assertico has speed. High Yield Kitten won't be far away. The favorite Danville's in the orange. He's mid-flight. Saving ground toward the inside in Federal Exchange with Mr. Tito's alongside. Strasbourg is next, and Hercules is out wide on the course. The one lagging way back early is the Big Gray. Out of the chute onto the main track, 6 furlongs from the finish. Assertico has the lead 3 parts of a length. High Yield Kitten is second. Tone Feelin' is now third from Hay Porter, who races in fourth. Down at the inside, it's Federal Exchange racing ahead of Danville. He's angled to the outside, encouraged to keep up a bit by Jose Ortiz as his favorite. Then down at the inside, it's Mr. Tito's. Wide on the course, Strasbourg ahead of Hercules and still far back to the Big Gray. Half a mile from the finish, they swing to the far turn. They went 46 seconds for a half-mile speed. It's a Certico taken on now by High Yield Kitten, and High Yield Kitten shoves the neck on top. 3 wide, A. Porter, 4 wide, Danville behind the speed, Tone Phelan. Mr. Tito's running home, so is Hercules. He's in the pink, circling horses on the far outside. 5/16 from the finish, and the new leader is Hay Porter. He takes over now at 5-1 and moves away a length and a quarter. From the outside, it's Hercules. From between horses and Danville. Down at the inside, it's Tone Phelan. Winding up on the outside, that's Mr. Tito's with an eighth of a mile to go. Now taking over the lead is Hercules. He strides forward to take over. Danville tries to rally into second toward the rail. High Yield Kitten. Hay Porter flattens out in deep stretch. It's Hercules in front. Hercules will win it. Danville was second, closer for third. Either Hay Porter or High Yield Kitten. Mr. Tito's is fifth, 136-1. They're off. Racing and the melody of colors. Slow beginning, Showgirl Lynn B. Quick break from the favorite, Sassy Nature, who blasts to the clear lead. From wide west away in second, Primrose Ridge on the outside is now third. Sent through at the inside, Bedtime Story is now fourth alongside Flor de Sombra. Then Sure Can and out wide Miami Girl. Second last, Justicare and Vibella trails. To the far turn they go. Julien Leparoux and Sassy Nature clear a length and a half. Wide West is second. Flor de Sombra now third. Primrose Ridge is there fourth. Up on the inside, here's a sharp move from Paco on Justicare. She needs a way out, but she's gaining good ground. Sure Can is wide on the course. Bedtime Story did not kick on, and they're at the top of the stretch. Sassy Nature wheels for home on top. Trying to split horses. Justicare toward the inside. Flor de Sombra. Then Wide West. There's an eighth of a mile to go. It's Sassy Nature. Kept her work. Up into second is Justicare. Up to third, Vibella. 16th to run. Sassy Nature has it won. Sassy Nature wins second. Justicare up third, Vibella. 55-2. Runners away. In the center, Nate the Great was away quickly, taken on early by Rigel, who's on the far outside, speeding through at the rail, full coverage, and working between horses Bellamy. Not far away is Stanley House as they chase the speed of full coverage. Full coverage heads around the first turn on top, working out the center. Nate the Great is now second, Bellamy is third. Rigel has dropped back a touch now, passed out wide by Silent Mode, working between horses in Stanley House. My favorite topic is next toward the rail. They're followed by Simcoe and on the outside Nanga Parbat. The two at the back are Lanigan and Vincenzo. To the backstretch they go. It's full coverage, a length and a half better than Nate the Great in second. Toward the inside and now third is Bellamy. Up in the center, that's Simcoe. He's up on the outside. Then back to Stanley House, saving ground toward the rail, my favorite topic ahead of Nanga Parbat in Silent Mode. Then Lanigan, and the trailer is Vincenzo. 48-2 for the opening half mile. They move to the far turn. Full coverage, a length and a half. Nate the Great second. Simcoe trying to force him to go early. He's now third. Bellamy stays glued to the rail while racing in fourth, then Stanley House. Driven next, my favorite topic with Nanga Parbat and Rigel as they round the far turn. Full coverage for a narrow lead. Husbands and Nate the Great up on the outside to challenge. Here's Stanley House boldly now on the far outside after 3/4 and 1:12 3. Stanley House trying to blitz Nate the Great off the turn. It's Nate the Great inside and Stanley House to the outside. They're shoulder to shoulder. Stanley House for a narrow lead. Nate the Great is back to second. Bellamy is third. Simcoe is fourth. Final 16th of a mile. Stanley House. He made a big move around the turn and he'll win it. Stanley House and Javier Castellano come clear in the end to win by 3. Bellamy is up for second. Nate the Great is third. Simcoe is fourth. Then Rigel in 1:43 and 1.
And that's a wrap on the 11-race Saturday card. We're back with you Sunday to close down what is the penultimate week of the championship meet. 10 races as we draw in on Florida Derby Day next Saturday, Curlin Florida Derby Day. And the big news is we drew that card on Saturday. The PPs are out there. 14 races, 10 of them stakes. Get to work.